Clinton 911, dispatcher Candico, do you need police, fire, or ambulance?
I'm not sure. My name's Teddy. About 2 weeks ago, I reported that I'm gagging and puking on sewer gas and that there's a vent for our drainage illegally installed on the public property on the tree lawn. And I'm still sitting here gagging and puking on the sewer gas. I'd like that to be documented that I'm still gagging and puking on the sewer gas.
Okay, do you need to go to the hospital?
I don't think that'll help me.
Okay. Have you called the Cleveland Division of Sewers?
Well, I'm not trying to avoid a question, but the last two times I called about this, I was told that the fire department would come out, and the fire department
Let
came
me
out, and they
let me
didn't
transfer
do
you to fire.
anything, and so did
Well,
the police. Yeah.
because that's if your sink was leaking, would you call an electrician?
Okay, here's the deal though.
I know, but that's my
There is a
question, though.
responsibility to my health and safety, and
Okay.
it wasn't upheld.
Okay. If your sink was leaking, would you call an electrician?
When I'm in an emergency situation and I have social
Why can't why
anxiety, I can't.
what
You're talking over me. When I have
why
social
can't you
anxiety and I
answer that
can't talk to
question?
anybody else, all I can do is call 911.
Okay.
I
Well,
can't talk to people
911
on the
doesn't
phone.
well 911 doesn't do everything,
I'm in
sir.
a tough situation to where I
If you're
require
talking about the
advocacy.
sewer
Cause
gas,
see,
then
for
that
my
would be
civil rights.
gas. Gas would be the fire
Okay,
department,
let's say
and
there's
if
a
you're
gas
saying it's
leak.
the sewer,
Then
and
you
if
would
you're
send the
saying it's
fire
the
department,
sewer,
right?
and
Why
they
wouldn't you
can't
send the
do
gas
anything
company?
because we don't. I
Well,
don't
I'm
dispatch
using
for
your
the
own
gas
logic
company.
against you.
No, because it wouldn't be the gas company. You're saying it's sewer gas. That would be the Department
Well,
of
it's making
Sewers,
me
the
sick, so
Department of
you would
Water.
send an ambulance. But what's the
And
ambulance
I
going to
asked you
do?
if you
You
wanted
see the
an.
catch 22
I'd
and
asked
all that.
and asked you, do you want an ambulance? You want to go to the hospital? And you said no. So I don't know.
Okay, well, one of the times I called between
Let
these
me
two
transfer.
weeks,
Okay. Well,
they told me that
ultimately,
they would send the health
ult-
department and did not.
okay. Have you talked to the health department or the EPA?
I don't know who to talk to at this point. My main issue,
My
beside all
my
this,
main issue
is
would
that
be
I'm a
that you're
trafficked
calling
human being
911
censored by
for
your
some.
police. I hope you heard that.
No, we're not, sir.
Yeah, I'm a
Is
trafficked human being censored by your police in your
how are you
clinics.
trafficked? How are you trafficked?
My mother pretends she's my mother, but she's my aunt. I was raised as a slave, basically.
Okay. Well,
That's a separate
that's
issue, yes, but it
yes. That's
relates.
nothing we
It
can do right
directly
now,
impacts the
sir.
situation. I live in a slum. The property management has been gone for 6 months. The
Okay.
new property
Once again,
management is
once
trespassing and
again,
putting
that is
plastering
landlord
notices over
tenant
my no
court
trespassing sign.
info. That's something you would have to take up with landlord tenant court.
Okay, what about me sitting here breathing sewer gas right now?
Okay. I'll transfer you to fire department. Hold on.
What are they going to do?
Something police can't do.
They
What
were
are the
already
police supposed
called
to do?
out here. You know what they did? They pulled up their truck and sat there and they didn't even look down at the fucking vent. They sat there for 20 seconds and left.
I don't work for the fire department, so I
I
can't tell
know.
you what they can or can't do. I work for the police department, and there's
Just
nothing
like
the
the
police can do
FBI
for
hangs
sewer
up
gas.
on me when I tell them I'm a trafficked human and this and that and tell them my story. They fucking hang up on me. That's what happened. They hung up on me.
Okay.
I'm at a loss.
So do you want the fire department or no, sir?
I'm not sure how that would work out. I already requested they come and document that it's illegally installed. The vent for the sewer
Once
pipes are
again, sir. Once
illegally
again, do
installed.
you
They
want
can't even
me
do
to
that.
transfer? Do you want me to transfer you to the fire department? Yes or no?
I think it'd be more appropriate that you wrote it down and got a hold of management. I'm being denied management too.
We don't do that, sir.
You deny you have the right to deny me management for 911 services. Do
What
the
are you talking
911
management?
dispatchers
What are you
retain
talking
that right?
management?
Huh? I'm
What are you
being abused
talking
through
man?
the 911 system and I'm requesting
How are you,
management. I'm not right the
how
second. I'm
how are
saying.
you how are you
And
being abused, sir?
I'm a trafficked human being left here.
Okay. How are you being abused by 911?
I tell them the cops are terrorizing me, and I ask them not to send
What's
them
your
to my
address,
home,
sir?
and they do it anyway. I try to tell somebody something. This is why I don't
What,
talk on the phone. This is my social anxiety. Every time my mouth
what's
opens
your
and three
address, sir?
words come out, motherfuckers want to talk over me. I'm done
What's
talking.
your address? What's
Hello, 911. Hello, do you have an emergency? Hello, 911. Hello, 911. Hello, do you have an emergency? Hello? No emergency indicated, 911's disconnected. Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello, what city?
Hello, 911, do you have an emergency? Hello? Hello, this is 911. Do you have an emergency? No indicated emergency, no response. 911 is disconnecting. Hello, what city is your emergency in?
My name is Teddy. My name is Teddy, and I'm being victimized by domestic terrorism. My name is Teddy,
Okay,
and
I'm
I'm being
asking
victimized by
you what
domestic
city?
terrorism. I'm a
What
political
city?
prisoner living under the duress of criminal coercion.
Do you hear me asking you a question? I said, what city?
My name is Teddy.
I didn't ask you your name. I asked you what city are you in?
I'm being victimized by domestic terrorism.
Okay, and I heard all that.
I
So
hope you
what city are
document
you in?
that. I need that documented. I need it sent to management. I'm being denied management.
You being denied management?
I'm being denied 911 services management.
I'm not denying you. I asked you what
I
city
was
are you in?
denied it several times already. Why would I even bother asking this time? I'm being terrorized.
Let me connect you to Cleveland.
Cleveland 911, this is Dispatcher 4. Do you need police, fire, or an ambulance?
My name is Teddy. I'm being victimized by domestic terrorism. I'm a political prisoner living under the duress of criminal coercion. My name is Teddy. I'm being victimized by domestic terrorism.
Where are you at, Teddy?
I'm in a bad place being victimized by domestic terrorism.
Okay, well, I can't send help unless you tell me where you're at.
The police are the ones terrorizing me.
The police are? Why? What happened?
I'm a victim of domestic terrorism.
Well, how are police involved in that?
What are you to do about that? What do you typically do when someone tells you they're a victim of domestic terrorism?
I send police.
The police are terrorizing me. What do you do now?
Well, you called police, so you called me and
I'm
asked for
being
help, and my job,
victimized by domestic
I under...
terrorism from the
Okay,
police themselves.
but sir, you
What now?
called me. I didn't call you. You called the police and asked for help, so I would send police to
I'm
you.
not
That's
asking
my
the
job.
police for help. You're putting words into my mouth. I'm being victimized by domestic terrorism.
Well, you called the police station to ask for help. So what would
I
you like
did
me
not
to
call
do?
the police station. 911 dispatchers transferred me over to whoever you are. When I'm
I
telling them
work
I'm
at the
being
police.
victimized by domestic terrorism, this is their answer.
Well, sir, I didn't transfer you, but they transferred you to the police station.
Why would they
I
do
work for
that?
the police.
Why would
I
they
don't
do that if
know.
I'm telling them I'm a victim of domestic terrorism where the police are involved in terrorizing me? Why would they
I'm not
transfer me to
sure.
the police? They would send
I
me
don't
right over
know.
to the terrorists, yeah? For me to talk to the terrorists.
Well, I don't know who you
I'm
spoke
also
to
a
before
trafficked
me.
human. My aunt says she's my mother. I had my breakthrough and I ran away from home and told them then I was abducted at a very young age and this person is not my mother, so the police took me back to her. This was a year and a half ago. Since then, I've been a victim of domestic terrorism damn near every day of my life.
Well, is there someone else you want me to get you connected to?
Y'all connected me to the FBI. I told the FBI I'm a trafficked human. I ran it on. You know, I said I'm a political prisoner. I'm a trafficked human, blah, 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 as if it was a fucking APB, you know, all point bulletin, a fucking, you know, boop, 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 here's your fucking info. And the motherfucker hung up on me. I'm
Today?
telling the FBI that I'm a victim of domestic terrorism, and they hung up on me. I'm telling them I'm a trafficked human, being left in imminent harm and being censored by the police and clinics. And they
Well,
hung up on me.
I mean, the FBI is usually the one that handles that. I'm sorry that happened to you.
So here I sit for a month calling you people every fucking day for a month to be harassed and assaulted by the fucking same terrorists that I'm complaining about. When you send them, when I tell you not to send them specifically, you send them anyway. So they walk up to my living room window and shine flashlights into my fucking eyes and shit. And never
Well,
get
I
me the
will
help I
send an
need.
officer if you don't
Sergeant
want me to.
Melbar, I'm going to explain to you. Sergeant Melbar told me that a police detective would be provided to me within 2 days and never was. This was 2.5 fucking weeks ago. I call back and say this shit, and nobody gives a fuck. I'm
Well, what
being
would you like me to do
mistreated
for you
by
tonight?
way of domestic terrorism. And
I
nobody gives a
understand that, sir.
fuck. Nobody cares. They just want to send the terrorists some more. I'm gagging and puking on sewer gas in my living room on my sofa on a daily fucking basis. I asked for somebody to be sent. They suggested the fire department. I said, yeah, the fire department, their truck came. They sat there for 20 to 30 seconds, didn't even look down at the ground for when I'm telling them there's an illegally installed vent on their public property. They don't even so much as fucking look at it. The police come the next day because they didn't do anything. They didn't look at it. The police walk right the fuck past it to come harass me at my door when I told them, I didn't ask you to come to my door. There's the sewer vent illegally installed. Go look at it. They walked right the fuck by it and didn't look down at it, looked straight forward at their fucking car. Nobody will help me. I'm sitting here gagging on my motherfucking sofa with somebody who claims to be my mother and isn't. The police said they would throw the evidence of that woman drugging me in my cup. It was the cup itself. They threw it in the fucking garbage, is what they said they were doing with the evidence of me being drugged by this person who said they were my mother my whole life. I'm a victim of domestic terrorism. They're denying me a DNA test through the clinics as well. I'm a victim of domestic terrorism. I don't know how fucking else I could say it. Don't send the police to my door. I'm going back to sleep.
Okay.
Hello, 911. Do you have an emergency?
It's very unethical to keep hanging up on me.
How can I help you, sir?
By not hanging up on victims.
I didn't hang up on you. What
You're
city is your
hanging up on people
emergency
in
on?
an emergency.
What city is your emergency
I
in?
was just hung up on.
Okay. Do you have an emergency?
The emergency is I'm a victim of domestic terrorism.
Okay. And what city?
I don't think it matters because you just don't give a shit.
It matters if you have an
Hanging up on me
emergency.
and giving me a hard time and a runaround.
Are
and
you
never giving me
going to
the help
tell
I
me what
need.
city you're in?
So why bother?
Okay.
I'm a
Well, have a
victim
good
of
day.
domestic terrorism.
Department, the County Sheriff's Department, and my address, please.
Stay on the line.
Uh-huh.
I'll transfer you over to the city. One moment.
Property management is trespassing in our yard right now.
Cleveland 911, dispatcher Taylor. Do you need police, fire, or EMS?
Hi, I would like the County Sheriff's Department supplied to my residence, please. I have a county issue.
Okay, let me connect to the county. Hold the line.
Hello?
Thank you for calling the
Hello?
office of Sheriff Harold L. at the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department. If this is an emergency, please hang up and call 911. Otherwise, please listen to the following options. Press 1 for the clerk's office and bond information. Press 2 for the civil department.
I need the Sheriff's Department over to my address Avenue. My name's Teddy. Please send them. Or send the Cleveland police so they can send them. Yes, please, and thank you. I'm being abused.
What's going on?
Property management is trespassing on the property and not. They're ignoring the serious issues and worried about a noise from a furnace while I'm sitting here gagging and puking on sewer gas. They don't want to take care of that, and they're here unannounced trespassing on the property. I live in a fucking slum. Sorry. My dog's going nuts. This guy shouldn't even fucking be here. I didn't get 24 hours notice.
Okay, and what's going on with them? I understand they didn't get notice, but what's going on?
He's trespassing. That's enough. Send him on. I'll tell them when they get here, please.
What's your first and last name?
Teddy, that's enough.
What's your phone number?
I don't know my phone number.
Okay. All right, I'll get somebody out there as soon as I can, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Marca 2.
I'm your virtual assistant. We and our partners may record or monitor this call for quality, systems training, and personalization. We may need to collect some information from you. To learn how we use, share, and safeguard that information, visit the link titled Privacy Policy or California Privacy Notice at the
Your
bottom
phone
of the
service has been
SimpleMobile.com homepage.
deactivated.
To set up your service, you will need to add a service plan. I'm your virtual assistant. We and our partners may record or monitor this call for quality, systems training, and personalization.